Hello everyone, my name is Jack Sapple and of course you know what time it is. Time for the Wednesday Wrestling Wrap-Up for July 22nd, 2015. Let's get into it. So, NXT, of course, the first show we talk about. So, Finn Balor opened up the show with the NXT title. We want to welcome all the fans coming to the show, talked about his independent career, and then William Regal came out and said, okay, there's going to be a contract signing for you two's match. I mean, what can possibly go wrong? But everything. So we get to the segment where Finn and Owen are like signing the contract, talk a bunch of shit to each other. Of course, it ends in chaos, and Kevin Owens hits William Regal. So I don't really know what's up about that. Why does he keep hitting Regal for some reason? I think this might lead up to a match between him and William Regal somewhat time down the line. I'd like to see that. I think Regal can still go, but yeah, Finn and Owens, it's going to be really good at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, I believe is the show, so that'd be good. What else is to be? Bayley returned to action against Emma. She ended up beating her, and this thing keeps going on where Dana Brooke is like continuously taunting this announcer chick. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but it looks like she's going to snap and kick the shit out of Dana Brooke sometime down the line. Also, what happened, the Vaudevillains, the number one contenders, beat Angelo Dawkins and Sawyer Fulton, if that's his name. Samoa Joe beat Mike Rallis in a squash match. Baron Corbin defeated some jobber. They had before that, they had a heel promo for him, and he's in a tattoo parlor, and he's getting all these. Was it this week or the week before? I don't care, but they have this thing for him, and he's like, "Oh, I don't like independent wrestlers. It makes me sick." And I was an ex-football player, ex-MMA player, and Vince McMahon's just having a fucking flog to this promo because that's his dream guy. So fans haven't been really liking him too much, so it makes sense. And then we get Eva Marie making her re-debut, I guess, against Cassie. She beat her, of course. She looks top-notch. Her wrestling has gotten better from what she did a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, because that was just dreadful. Ugh. But NXT, of course, enjoyable as always. Lucha Underground. Oh, I'm ready for Ultima Lucha, man. It's going to be off the chain. It's in 2 days from when I'm recording it. So Texano beat Johnny Mundo by disqualification, and then the Crew, which is like a dirty Mexican version of the Shield, they came down there and they attacked Texano. And then Alberto El Patron came out and made the save. The Mac Roll beat Cage with a roll-up. They brawled outside the ring. He was pissed. Dario Cueto comes out and says, you two are going to face in a no DQ match at Ultimate Lucha. It's going to be 2 episodes, I believe, so they're going to stretch it out 1 hour each, so I guess that makes sense. Then we have Dario Cueto coming out with the new championship. It is a gift from God. I believe is that what it's called? The Gift of God Championship, and it's kind of like Money in the Bank, except you can't just cash it in whenever you please. You gotta tell them a week in advance when you're gonna cash in so Dario can book the show. And so all 6 of the Aztec Medallion winners come in and they put their medallions into the championship title, kind of like a magnet. And all of them are there except Phoenix. Phoenix then returns and then he says, I'm going to put my medallion into it. And Dario's like, no. You have to defend it against 9 other guys in a battle royal. And the last 2 participants get to have to win by pinfall and submission instead of throwing each other over the top rope. So everyone gets thrown over, and it's Marty the Moth and Phoenix. Phoenix ends up getting the win. He puts his medallion in, and he's going into the Gift from Gods, which I kind of hope he wins. I really like Phoenix. I feel like he's over with the crowd. He's a very good high flyer, and I hope he does well. So then the final segment is Prince Puma. He's going out to the ring because he's going to face Mil Muertes in the main event. I cannot say Mil Muertes correctly. And so he's coming out there. He's got something to say. He's about to say something until Katrina Mil Muertes interrupt. And then the Disciples of Death, the dudes with skeletons, they go after Puma, but he's fighting back. and Mill then runs down to the ring. They have a brawl, and then Puma hits the 630 splash on him, and we end the show. Very, very cool way to pump up Ultima Lucha. It's going to be awesome. Then we get to Ring of Honor Wrestling. It is the Go Home show. We get 2 Go Home shows. This one is to Death Before Dishonor 13, which I will be watching and reviewing sometime this week. This was their 200th episode. They were going through some of the best moments in the history of the show, but they were promoting Death Before Dishonor 13, and then they get to the Briscoes, Roderick Strong and OVD versus the House of Truth, including Truth Martinez, Teeny, in an 8-person tag team match. And so how this happens is Briscoes have got like a head of steam. They flip dives, wipe out Dijak and Diesel. Strong misses a clothesline on Lethal, and then does a tope suicider and wipes out Jay. And then through the ropes, running drop kick by Strong. He wipes out Lethal, and then Martini with a roll up on like ODB gets the 2 count, and then ODB spits like the swig of alcohol and just in Martini's face, and she rolls up and gets the win. So pretty enjoyable 8-man tag match. I don't know what the Briscoes are doing. I know Lethal's fighting Roderick Strong at the event, and which should be very awesome. Some other matches that's going on: Dalton Castle versus Adam Page. There's a 4-team match for the tag team titles. That should be really exciting. That's all the matches that come to my mind right now. It should be very, very fun to watch. Then we get to Impact Wrestling. Brooke, the new Knockout champion, comes out to cut a promo on the Dollhouse. Gail Kim, all of a sudden, the new Bray Wyatt comes in, and she attacks Jade and Marty Bell, and like the 6-sided cage is there. So like, she's attacking them, and Taryn's just screaming her guts out and all that. So yeah, I'm just going to go all over the place with Impact Wrestling. Jeff Jarrett is going to be inducted into the 2015 TNA Hall of Fame. Alright. It's about as useless as finding a 5-cent coin. Like, what you going to do with it? Like, nothing. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's cool, but meh. Then we get, oh my god, Tigre Uno. They do this he's in Mexico, and he do this whole fucking promo where he's there, he's got his mask on, he's like, I fight for my people, I fight for Mexico, and all that stuff, and he's hugging kids, and he's like taking photos with people, and you know, he's standing behind like wrestling like masks and all that, and like they show clips of Donald Trump and all that, and he's like, hey, Ese, I'll call you out on Impact Wrestling, and I'm like, no, just no. There is no way on God's green earth that fucking Donald Trump will be showing up on Impact Wrestling. Let me get this. If Donald Trump shows up on Impact, the real Donald Trump shows up next week, I will do the next Wednesday Wrestling wrap-up completely naked. I will. Except for my underwear, I'll keep that on. But I will do this Wednesday Wrestling wrap-up naked if the real Donald Trump shows up on Impact Wrestling, which will not happen. God, I hope it doesn't happen now. So, yeah. And then the Revolution has a new member. I believe it's Sarana. She used to be in WWE with the Straight Edge Society. Now she's joined the Revolution with James Storm after Mickie James and Magnus, you know, had their deal with them. So, yeah, Impact was interesting. And Bobby Roode and Matt Hardy had a number 1 contenders tables match. Matt Hardy ended up winning. So, and he's probably going to face EC3 for the championship, which would be pretty good. Yeah, okay, Impact, you know, I didn't get the Tigre Uno thing. They know Donald Trump's not going to answer them. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, pretty enjoyable week of wrestling. Instead of the racism from Hogan. But interesting to see what they do on Raw this week. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like if you did. Comment down below your favourite. Oh, that fucking cockroach over there keeps scaring me. He's like walking up the walls and he keeps falling and he makes a thudding sound and it scares the shit out of me. So yeah, comment down below, subscribe if you don't want a cockroach in your room, Twitter and Instagram at JackamanLove31, and I'll see you guys later for my Raw review, and I am out in 3, 2, 1.